Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get into creating this look, shall we? Okay, starting off with clean skin. Of course, I already did my skincare. I'm gonna do my eyebrows with my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer and my tiny flat Morphe brush. I'm gonna use that to sculpt the bottom part of my brows. I love to do this step because this is literally all the sculpting I need to do to my brows. It's literally changed the brow game for me, and it makes doing my brows so much more easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and sculpt it out. Do not mind if the concealer is way too light. I'm gonna blend it out and it's gonna look nice at the end of the day. This is how I like to start off, so feel comfortable if you want to use a concealer that is closer to your skin tone as much as possible. I just prefer to do it this way because I love a little bit of a brow highlight. So yeah, watch me conceal my brows. I'm gonna buff it out with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease brush. I'm gonna just do soft tapping motions under my brows because I don't want to move the product. I literally want the product to stay there. This brush is perfect for doing this step because it literally just fits into all the corners and the tiny spaces under my brows. I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I'm using my Fenty Beauty True Matte Primer. This primer is so bomb. It's my second favorite apart from the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. You guys know that I'm a sucker for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So I'm gonna blend that into my skin, making sure that it's right there where my pores are so huge. I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Foundation. I haven't used this in a long time. I'm gonna spread that out with my Evita Joseph concealer brush, precision concealer brush, sorry. And I'm gonna make sure that the foundation is spread out evenly on my skin. And I'm gonna buff it into my skin with my Morphe foundation brush. I literally do soft tapping motions all over my face. This foundation is not very full coverage, and I wanted a little bit of coverage today, so I went in with a little bit more foundation, so which was a total of 2.5 palms or 2.25 palms. It was really not up to half, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna buff this into my skin. Going all over my face with a damp beauty blender. I love to do this step to do some extra blending and also to take off any excess product on my skin. For highlighting, I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11. I'm going to put that in the innermost corner of my under eye because, as usual, I love a bright under eye. I'm going to go in with another shade of the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. This is the shade SX12, which is a little bit closer to my skin tone. It doesn't look like that because obviously I'm using the same brush to apply it. I'm putting that at the outer corners of my under eye, my mustache area, my chin, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead as usual. Today I wanted a lot of coverage because my foundation wasn't doing it for me. For contouring, I'm using my black Opal stick foundation in the shade Suede Mocha. I'm applying that with my Evita Joseph cream contour brush. I just applied the contour and I made it sit there. I haven't blended it out yet, but I'm going ahead to blend out my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer with my contour brush from Morphe. The reason why I didn't go ahead and blend out my contour is because this concealer is very matte and dries down very fast, so I didn't want it to become patchy, so I had to blend it out as soon as possible. You know, in my previous video I was telling you guys that if you want a flawless base, if a concealer or foundation has it written on it that it's matte, you don't want it to sit on your skin too long. Just as it comes into contact with your skin, you want to blend it out to prevent it from becoming patchy. So I'm just blending out this concealer, just doing soft tapping motions to make sure the concealer stays where it is, and I'm going back in to blend my contour with the same brush that I used to apply the product. This is the Evita Joseph cream contour brush. I'm just gonna go in and buff it into my hairline, on my cheekbones, like right on my cheekbones, guys, and my chin and jawline area. Going back in with my beauty blender, I'm using that to blend my concealer, to take off any excess product and to do some extra blending. I love to use beauty blenders you can use a beauty blender or a brush to blend out your concealer, or even both, whichever you feel comfortable with, guys. So I'm just doing this. I explained in my previous videos that I love to use beauty blenders, especially under my eyes, because it just blends it and it absorbs some of the product. Personally, putting too much product under my eyes just makes me crease a lot, so I just do this step to absorb some of the product and make it seamless. So I'm gonna go over my eyes as well, just to prime them with the same concealer, so I don't have to go back in with more concealer later on. So I know that I look like really highlighted, like really sculpted, and it's gonna scare some of you, but trust me, when everything is said and done, I'm gonna look really seamless. So I'm going back in with my contour brush with no extra product. I'm just buffing this contour in some more, and just to make sure the concealer didn't go overboard. Now I'm going back in with my beauty blender with the side that I used to blend in my foundation earlier, just to make sure the contour looks a little more muted, because the black Opal stick foundation is like really pigmented. It's amazing. I love it. I've been using it for such a long time. So yeah, I'm just going into buffing all the creases, making sure that everything is nice and seamless. For setting powder, I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey. I'm gonna push that under my eyes. Where I crease the most, or where I crease first, is where I focus on. So I'm gonna push in the powder under my eyes and on top of my eyelids, because those are the areas that I crease the most. So as you can see, I'm going in with just a little powder to set the product. You don't want to go in with too much powder to set the product. Just use a little bit of powder. What you want to do is dip your beauty blender into the powder, tap it at the back of your hand, and then go ahead and push it into your skin. So you can go ahead and bake right after you blend out your concealer, but it doesn't work well for me, especially with this concealer. If you go in with too much powder at first, it's gonna look like really creasy, and it's really not the best because it's a matte concealer. So all over my face, I'm gonna use my MAC Studio Fix in the shade NC45, and I'm using my Evita Joseph all over face powder brush. I'm just using that to push the powder into my skin. I'm really loving the MAC Studio Fix powder. It's matte and it just makes everything looks so seamless. It's just really amazing. And this brush is so bomb. It doesn't pack on too much product, but it just ends up blending the product very well on the skin. As you guys can see, everything is looking very airbrushed and flawless. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the shade Coconutty. I'm gonna apply that with my Morphe brush. I'm just gonna pat it all over where I applied my cream bronzer earlier, so that I just enhance that, and also I just set that area as well. This Coconutty is literally the best shade for me. I used to use Mocha Mami and it will be so red, so I just went in to get Coconutty. I've been using that ever since, and it just makes everything look so much better on my face. So I'm going in to do my nose contouring. You do not have to contour your nose if you do not want to. I personally love to contour my nose. So I'm using the same bronzer, which is the Fenty Beauty Stalker bronzer in the shade Coconutty. I'm just starting from underneath my brows, and I'm just drawing lines down the sides of the bridge of my nose. And that's about it. Nothing too complex. That's how I contour my nose. So I'm gonna go back in and clean the sides of my nose with my powder. That's the Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey, what I used to set earlier. Now I can bake, and I'm not pushing the powder into my skin per se. I'm just leaving it on my skin just to catch any fallout and absorb any extra oils that's gonna be produced while we are still doing our makeup. Why am I fumbling with my words? Maybe it's because I just woke up. Anyways, I'm gonna do my brows. I'm using my Evita Joseph Expert brow liner in the shade Rich Expresso. I'm gonna use that to do my brows, so you guys should just watch me do my brows. There, did you miss me? So that's about it for the brows. I'm gonna go into eyeshadow. I'm using the Revolution Rose Velvet Reloaded eyeshadow. I went in with that taupey brown color right there. I'm gonna put that into my crease. I didn't want to do like a super dramatic eye look. I just wanted to do something really wearable. So you can use this look for the holidays, for New Year's Eve, if you have any events coming up. So yeah, this look is literally very universal and very wearable. So I'm going back in with that same taupey brown, but this time I'm just focusing it on my outer V. I'm not blending it out as much as I was previously, so I'm just putting that on my outer V and just creating like a smoked out effect. I'm gonna go back in with this light shade right there. I'm gonna put that all over my eyelid. I'm using so many different brushes because I wanted to pack on as much pigment as possible. This eyeshadow is very pigmented on its own, but I just wanted to pack on so much pigment because this color is just really amazing. So I'm going back in with this shade right there. This is a darker brown. I'm gonna put that onto my outer V with this tiny brush from CVL Beauty. I'm just putting that on my outer V just to create like a smoked out effect. Going back in with the brush that I used to apply my transition color earlier, I'm blending in my crease just to make sure that there's a nice gradient going on there. And this wasn't looking too dark for me, so I decided to go in with a black. So I'm going to use the same tiny brush. I'm just going to pack the brush on my outer V, and I'm just going to blend it out so that I can have the smoked out effect that I wanted earlier. So I went back in with a brush just to pack on my lid color so that it looks really nice. So it looks like I did a cut crease, but I literally did not. So I'm gonna go ahead and align my eyelids. I just wanted to create a base for my eyelashes. I'm using the So Aesthetics liquid eyeliner. So I'm gonna go in with my So Aesthetics gel eyeliner in the shade Sheba Black. I'm gonna use that to tightline my eyes just to give me some definition, and I'm gonna go back in with a tiny brush with my transition shade just to smoke out my lower lash line. I told you guys that I'm so obsessed with smoky eyes. I don't know why. And I'm just blending in the powder into my skin after dusting off any fallout from the eyeshadow, of course. And I'm going back in with my powder brush with no extra product. I'm just blending everything into my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and apply blush just to bring everything together. I'm using my Bella blush from Juvia's Place, and I'm using the same brush that I applied my bronzer with. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my eyelashes. This is one of the days where applying eyelashes was not a struggle for me. Sometimes I can take up to 15 minutes to apply eyelashes. Sometimes I can take up to 3 minutes to apply eyelashes. So it really depends. So So I'm gonna go ahead and finally set my face with my Morphe continuous setting spray. Look at how everything just came together. I really love the eye look. I'm going to apply my mascara. I'm using my Huda Beauty Legit Lashes mascara, and I'm going to apply my cheek glaze from TM Essentials in the shade Drop Dead. This is a game changer for me. I love using this. You know, I used to use it before, like foundation or on top of my foundation. Now using it after setting is just a game changer, guys. Look at how my cheeks look so glazed. This product is literally so bomb. I love it. I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Cognac Candy to highlight. I'm putting that in my inner corners, my brow bone, the bridge of my nose, and finally the apples of my cheeks, or my cheekbones, sorry. It just makes everything look so bomb. The cheek glaze and the Fenty Cognac Candy Diamond Bomb is just like a match made in heaven. Can you see the glow? It literally makes everything look so good. Oh my goodness, I really love how this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my brow gel from Beth Main just to keep my hairs in place. For my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and line them with a dark brown lip liner. This is the Davis Cosmetics dark brown lip liner. Literally very affordable, and there are so many dupes for it from the drugstore, so you guys can go ahead and just find like a super affordable dark brown liner. I've been trying to get links for this product and it's literally not easy to find. I get it from my local beauty supply shop, and yeah, it's super affordable. I wish I could find a link online for you guys. I'm still looking though, so if I do, you guys would be the first to know. For my main lip color, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint in the shade Unveil. I'm gonna put that in the center of my lip. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. Look at the glow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays. Bye guys.